Turn up the AC.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
It's time for a hot flash. It's the latest entertainment news with Tasha Simone.
So exclusive. All right, beautiful people, in the studio with me this morning.
Yes.
I have Tonya Ware.
I'm so excited.
Are you excited because you're staying in the South? You're a Southern girl.
Yes.
Are you stoked to just be across the street?
I'm glad to be across the street. I am. I was actually born in Key West.
Oh, wow.
Florida. My dad was pastoring there at the time. Mm-hmm. And he moved us from there to Virginia and then to Mississippi when he took a church in Louisville, Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up in Louisville. Shout out. And went to Mississippi State. And
oh, did you really?
I did.
My brother went to Ole Miss.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
So you love me. So I really had no choice. My dad was there. My mom was there. My older sister was getting her graduate degree. She filled out all my paperwork. She gave me my counselor.
Wait a minute. She filled out your paperwork?
I said, mind your business.
Right.
She didn't pay attention to me.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what sisters are for.
Yes, exactly.
That's what siblings do. I'm the oldest.
Oh, right. So you're the mama sister.
Ugh, but I'm pulling it down a notch,
right.
You know, because they're adults now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they don't need all of that help from me.
Right.
Okay, speaking of help.
Yes.
You are in town March 8th for a purpose.
Yes.
Tell people what's going on with you. It's music as well.
Yes.
Formerly known as Music Soul Child.
Yes.
And also Hill Harbor.
Yes.
Okay, what's the deal?
So I actually wrote a book called Life is Your Song, Discover Your Voice. And in 2006, I was getting ready for work and I died in my master bathroom. And when I was revived, I went through a series of tests and medical exams, and I was declared totally disabled. So I went from I had just recorded my album, Tonya Ware, The Voice, and was a corporate executive, and I went from that to a shut-in for 6 years. And I wrote a book called Life is Your Song, Discover Your Voice, and I'm launching that book on Sunday, March 8th with Hill Harper. Amazing.
I mean, yeah.
And Music Soul Child. Music Soul Child is going to sing songs to soothe the soul. Hill's going to read excerpts from my book and inspire people. And I'm just so excited. What I'm hoping is that the family will come, that women will come, that men will come. He's an alpha, that the alphas will come.
They will be there.
Yes, and that I will be able to, some kind of way, inspire a person that's maybe going through something difficult in their life and give them a reason to just keep moving. Wow. So yes, I'm super pumped about it.
I mean, it seems that your book was birthed from tragedy. Do you know why that happened that day?
Well, of course, at the time, I didn't know how I was even sick. I was always very, very healthy and was working, 14, 15 hours a day or so. I was doing retirement investments, which I love.
Hold up, you said working 14, 15 hours a day, like that's normal.
It was a norm for me. It wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
But it was a norm for me, and I was singing in the evenings and on the weekends. But when I was diagnosed with a severe case of autonomic dysfunction, syncope. I was having sometimes 7, 8 blackouts a day. I'd be walking to my bathroom and would wake up and have a nail broke off because I would pass out.
My God.
I would be breastfeeding my baby and pass out while I was breastfeeding her. And I lived every day with my meditation being death. I would wake up during the night. My husband would be watching me breathe to make sure I didn't die in my sleep. And I sunk into such a deep depression. For 6 years, I lived in a cloud because I felt like I didn't deserve it. And sometimes stuff happens to us. A lot of times we don't deserve it. Sometimes cruelty happens to us and we don't deserve it. Sometimes there's a person that's mistreated or abused and they had nothing to do with it. But what I was actually, one morning, my husband called me upstairs to look at an interview with Oprah Winfrey and LL Cool J. And I heard him say, dreams don't have deadlines. And in that moment, I remember reaching for my iPhone and I said, I gotta record this. But something on the inside of me, there was a spark. Yeah. And I think in that moment, I realized that my depression was because I felt like my life was over. I felt like I had no control of my life. I really was held hostage in my own body because I wanted to tour, I wanted to sing, I wanted to be out doing different things, but I was so sick. And at that moment when I heard that, I said, well, I can't change what the doctors are saying, but I can change my attitude. And I can change what I do. And so I still haven't been released to drive. I haven't driven since 2007. And my doctor's diagnosis hasn't changed, but I've changed. And I think that is so important. For me, it was sickness. For some people, for another person, it may be divorce. It could be the loss of a child or loss of a job that they loved, or it could be some type of trauma that they experienced. And I guess what I want to do is let my voice be heard in the respect that whatever it is that you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, whatever it is, you can overcome it. And there's joy behind the pain, it really is. And so I'm here to tell my story, and with two amazing guys from Heartbreak Music Soul Child, and they're so excited. So
what do you call an event like this? You don't call it a conference. I mean, because
no, it's not. We're actually calling it the Life Is Your Song premiere and red carpet event. It's actually going to be a red carpet too. That will start around 3 o'clock that day. For people that want to do the VIP, they'll get a chance to walk the red carpet, take pictures. We'll have food and a reception. But it's a premiere. We looked at 3 cities: Birmingham, West Palm Beach, Florida, and Jackson. And I don't know, just the climate in Birmingham seemed to be right for an event like this, and we wanted to bring it here. So I'm hoping everybody will come out and support it.
And how do people support it?
You can go to Ticketmaster.com to get your tickets, or to TonyaWare.com, or they can actually, the BJCC is going to be held at the Birmingham Convention Complex, the concert hall.
Okay, perfect.
I know, right?
That's big time, girl.
Yes.
That's major. Go on with your bad self. Okay, so the book itself, people can order the book on your website or on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.com. It's my website, TonyaWare.com, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and hopefully we'll get to do some book signings and things like that. But the book teaches you how to reset your inner compass, because in anything traumatic, you lose yourself.
Yes, you do.
And you lose yourself because of labels people put on you, because of what happens, because you're being somebody's mama, because you're trying to fix everybody's problems. But it teaches you how to reset your inner compass. It teaches you how to find yourself, who you really are, and find your place in the world. So it's going to be amazing.
It is, and your story is amazing. And I believe it's a beautiful thing that you're taking your story, making it public, because you didn't have to share this with the world.
No, and I really didn't. And for a long time, I didn't, because it was so painful for me, and I couldn't talk about it without crying. I just said, I can't do this, because it's not over. And a lot of times I think that we don't move on because we're waiting for certain things to happen first. And I just felt like I can't wait anymore.
I was about to say, if we try to wait on the perfect moment, people
I know.
try to plan for everything. I'm a planner.
I am too.
You try to plan, I want to have a baby by this date. I want to be married by this.
Right.
Planning it doesn't work for life, because life and change, it's inevitable.
Life happens.
It does.
And what you have to do is just make sure that you don't lose yourself in life. That you actually hold on to the vision, and that's why it's so important to write your own personal vision, what you want to accomplish. But I said I can't wait anymore. I waited 1 year, and then my diagnosis didn't change. It got worse. I waited 2 years. I waited 3 years. I waited 6 years.
Wow.
And I just said I wouldn't wait another year.
So if there's someone out there today that's been waiting to chase their dream, what would you tell them?
I would say get up and make one step. And for me, I did that, and this is why this book, I think, will help so many people, because it's what I actually did to get where I am today. I mean, can you believe it? I came from being in my nightgown, in my bed every day.
Deceased.
Yeah, like dead, like gone.
Not in a figurative way, but a literal way.
And what's sad is that I died naturally, and that's horrible. But I also died inside. Like, I lost my voice through all of the trauma, through all of the pain. And I think it's so important that, and for me, I was so weak when I got that revelation, when I heard LL Cool J say that. I remember saying, I'm going to read one page of a book, I'm going to make one phone call, I'm going to get up and walk from my bed to the living room.
And you're talking about small steps.
Small steps.
Hot 107.7 Audio on Demand, available exclusively on hot1077radio.com.